So my understanding, talking about life and death, is you're a soul, and you have an evolution, right? And you're a soul who's like an aspect of God's source universe and the unnameable, right? And it's not a man in the sky, it's whatever God source universe is. And we're all expressions of that. And so we are expressions so that God can experience itself in multifaceted ways. So you're on a journey. Yet that burst of expression of source gets to go have an adventure and experience things and eventually come back to understanding itself as source, if that makes sense. So every time you incarnate, right? So you're taking on in flesh, in dense matter. And I don't think I put it in the syllabus, but we can talk about other planets. So like there's other solar systems. So like you're not just born on Earth, you could be born on, I don't know, like Sirius or in the Pleiades. Like there's all these other star systems and other planets. So like that's a whole other topic of conversation. But you're incarnated in this planet, which is one of the most beautiful and most difficult planets because there's so many different levels of consciousness here. I mean, you could just walk outside or look at the news and you can see everybody's on different levels, coming from different places, having different perspectives and levels of consciousness and about things. I mean, and also it's such a dense physical world that it's a great place to learn, right? So if you're on the other side, you generally are in you sort of are in the same vibe. So there's less, I think I talked about this in some of the other classes, there's like less friction, there's less, first of all, you don't have the physical world to deal with and to move against. Like, if you're lifting weights, you need some resistance, right? So there's less resistance on the other side to grow and learn. And also you're there's resistance physical wise, but then also consciousness wise. So like when we come here, we are bombarded with like 5 gazillion things. So it's like you can call it like, the school or like the mental asylum of the universe for like all the craziness that's here. But oh my God, your soul can grow and heal and advance so much. And especially in times like these, like the cuckoo for Cocoa Puff crazy times. So I probably have said to all of you at some point, like, you're not 3 and you're not 93 at this most transformative time in the history of humanity and the planet. So and I've talked about this like in my library talks. If you go on YouTube and you watch them, or if you've ever seen them, it's like, to me, everything is about, you're here, why are you here, and what can you do before you leave and have to come back again, or maybe go to another planet or whatever. That'll be a little easier. But so that right there is sort of the the germ, or the foundation of like reincarnation and why you're doing this and why you're here. It's like your soul keeps coming back, it incarnates, so reincarnation. So you're again, incarnate, right? Carnate is Latin, flesh. So you're coming back again into flesh to have an experience of life to help you get closer to God, source, universe again. Now, that's a very simple way of saying it. Living it is a whole other thing, right? So